What's going on, guys? Welcome to Bulk to Hulk episode 3, and today we're going to cover nutrition when you're on a cut. So first things first, what is nutrition? Nutrition consists of the food and drinks that we consume for calories and nutrients that's going to fuel our activities through the day, and they consist of 3 macronutrients. Those are carbs, fats, and proteins, and they all play vital roles in our fitness and daily living. It's also important to note that everyone's diet and cultural foods are very different. Some cultures may eat more carbs, fats, proteins, sugar, or salt. It's your job to use those foods to create a long-term sustainable diet that can provide you with energy and recovery for exercise. We want to use food as our friend, not our enemy, especially for a cut. Starting off with carbs, otherwise known as carbohydrates, are your body's main fuel source, and they break down the fastest of the 3 macronutrients for your body to use for any type of exercise. They are 4 calories per gram of carb, and they are typically found in foods such as grains, fruits, and dairy products, along with sweets and soft drinks as well. Grains include rice, bread, tortilla, noodles, pasta, and roti, which is a Middle Eastern dish, and it can be found in fruits as well, such as apples, bananas, oranges, watermelon, and berries. And for the dairy products, you can find them in milk and yogurt. We want to eat as many unprocessed carbs as much as possible, because unprocessed carbs contain vitamins along with natural sugar that our body can use to power our workouts and perform efficiently. Now, carbs that come from processed foods such as sweets and soft drinks are stripped from all of their fibers, vitamins, and minerals, and can often be consumed in excess, leading to higher fat gain. This isn't to say that sugary foods are inherently evil, but they should be eaten in moderation. Having a lack of carbs in your diet can lead to lower energy levels and increased fatigue, causing a decrease in performance. When you're low on carbs, your body's blood sugar level drops and goes into hypoglycemia, which can cause lightheadedness, fatigue, and weakness. When should you eat carbs? Carbs can be eaten anytime throughout the day, but it is preferred to have a solid amount of carbs before and after your workout session, since they are needed to fuel the workout beforehand, and they are needed after to support the proteins in the muscle growth process. You've probably heard the statement, carbs are evil everywhere, and it is the result of marketing, fad diets, and trends that need to paint carbs as evil in order for those companies to entice you to try their diet and product. This is very well known by the keto diet fad, which has been shown very negative adverse effects when performed long term. Moving on to proteins. Your body needs proteins for maintenance, repair, and growth of tissue and cells. Just like carbs, proteins have 4 calories in every gram of protein, and they can be found in all types of meats and many different plant sources such as beans, peanut butter, nuts and seeds, chickpeas, along with many dairy sources and even grains like bread and rice. It's important to remember that meats contain complete proteins, which have all 9 essential amino acids that our body cannot produce, while grains, nuts, and seeds are incomplete proteins. Incomplete proteins need to be paired with other incomplete proteins together to form a complete protein. Some examples of this would be rice and beans or peanut butter and bread. In my opinion, protein is one of the most important macro goals to aim for every day, and if you are someone who trains, you want to eat 1 gram of protein per pound of lean muscle mass. If you're cutting, you want to eat a little bit more than that, since your body's going to have less carbs and fats to burn. Most people don't know how much lean muscle mass they have, so to put it into simpler terms, you should aim for about 0.9 grams to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. If you are much leaner and have a lower body fat percentage, I would aim to eat 1.1 to 1.2 grams of protein per pound of body weight. Now, for the last of the 3 macronutrients, we have fats. Fats are the dominant energy source when doing long bouts of aerobic exercise, and they increase our endurance. They are stores of energy meant to be used after carbs are depleted and play a vital role in hormone regulation as well. Fats contain 9 calories per gram of fat. There are 2 types of fats, saturated and unsaturated fats. The fats you want to aim to eat are poly and monounsaturated fats, which can be found in nuts, avocados, certain oils like olive and coconut oil, along with fish. You want to replace saturated and trans fat with unsaturated fats, since saturated and trans fats can stay solid in the blood vessels, potentially clogging your arteries, while unsaturated fats stay liquid in the blood vessels. Unsaturated fats can also lower LDL, which is your bad cholesterol, and increase your HDL, which is your good cholesterol, along with controlling your blood sugar levels as well. Fats are not something you want to avoid, even though media paints it that way. Yes, they are high in calories per gram, but they are also vital in both our physical and mental health. It's important to eat foods high in fat in moderation, as you can also quickly consume these foods in large amounts, and that will unknowingly increase your caloric intake. Now, I'm not a big fan of counting calories, but I believe it's important to find out how many calories of each macro you should be eating in a day to have a reference of how much you should be eating to drive fat loss while maintaining good performance. First, you're going to want to calculate your total daily calories using any TDEE calculator and inputting your information. After you find the total, subtract 250 calories from that number, and that is your total for cutting. After that, you're going to want to calculate your protein intake in grams and then multiply it by 4, and subtract that from your total. Take 60 to 70% of these calories and divide it by 4 for your carbs, and then divide the rest of your calories by 9 for your grams of fat. You may struggle to find yourself not being able to stay in a deficit from the foods you eat, and that's very common, so here are a couple ways to combat this with food alternatives. You can replace oils with oil sprays, which have significantly less calories. For sweets, you can purchase low-calorie sweets such as Halo Top ice cream, dark chocolate, honey instead of sugar, and fruits in moderation. There are also many low-calorie desserts and meal recipes that can be found online that taste amazing. You can use protein powder to make ice cream, waffles, pancakes, cakes, and yogurts as well. If you are just looking to hit your protein goal without having to eat more carbs or fats, you can make a chicken salad or a protein shake using water or unsweetened almond milk. Consuming caffeine can burn up to 100 to 200 calories, which can be done through coffee or taking a pre-workout supplement. You can also replace sauces and salad dressings with low-calorie sauces and dressings. In conclusion, you want to find the right balance of eating your carbs, fats, and proteins for enough energy to perform and recover well, each and every single day. It's also important not to restrict yourself from food groups, and if you find yourself eating your favorite processed treat, just make sure to eat it in moderation.